Today I'm painting a cute kitten on a square linen canvas. This is kind of a Q&A video, so I'd like to go straight into answering some questions that I get asked on Instagram and other places. So let's go. How long does it take to finish an oil painting? It's always hard for me to answer this question because you know that there are so many factors involved, like the size of the painting, the level of details you put, at what speed you personally like to work, and so on. For me, completing an oil painting can take anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of months. I usually have several works in progress on any given time. It's just the way I like to work. When one painting is drying and getting ready for the next layer, I can work on something else and get back to that painting later. Oh, by the way, remember that after you kind of completed an oil painting, it has to dry for some weeks or for a couple of months even, and then be varnished to be fully, totally finished, you know. It's an optional step, but I really recommend this and it has many benefits. Some painters suggest waiting much longer before varnishing a painting. It depends on the varnish that you use, the thickness of the layers. I'll talk more about this later in this video. Next question, where to find inspiration? For me it seems like such an abstract question, you know, because it may be different for everyone. However, what I will tell you about it is staring at a blank piece of paper or canvas in front of you, not knowing what to do with it, can be very daunting and can put a lot of pressure on you, and you don't want to put yourself in this position to begin with. So what I think you should do is to collect some ideas that you have on a daily basis before you actually engage in any creative endeavor, so that you have something to start with. We all have random ideas every now and then, like you driving home from work, or you sitting in class, you see something exciting, or get an idea. You should absolutely write that down, or actually use your notes or memos app on your phone instead of a piece of paper. We have our phones close to us like 99% of the times, and a piece of paper can get lost, so it's much better to use technology now. I'm pretty sure you're already doing this if you have a memos app on your phone, but I just wanted to remind you. Another example is you're scrolling through some Instagram pictures and you see something like, let's say, a sunset photo. It captures some beautiful skies with blues and pinks, and you love the colors. You can get inspired by that and introduce these colors into your palette, or use these colors as background colors for your next painting, or something like that. Screenshot that picture so that you can easily find it later and remember it, and that's how you collect ideas. I believe that you can find inspiration in a day-to-day life, get inspired by other artists or music or anything you like, and if you're open and receptive to it, you'll find inspiration and new ideas. Okay, next question. How important is varnishing a painting? How do you go about it, and what varnish can you recommend? As I've said earlier, in theory you don't have to varnish all oil paintings. Maybe it's some kind of modern art painting, or you just want to leave it as it is. It's totally up to you. But I believe that varnishing an oil painting is the right thing to do. It serves a couple of purposes. First of all, it becomes a protection layer, saving the painting from dust and dirt. Secondly, it's a way to make the colors more vivid and lively, and also, more importantly, it evens out the surface of the painting. Oil paintings usually dry in patches. You can see some shiny areas and some dull areas, right? So applying a layer of varnish sort of unifies the surface, making it equally glossy or equally matte if you prefer matte varnish. You usually have to wait for some months before varnishing a painting, although there are some varnishes that can be used almost as soon as the painting is dry to the touch. Gamvar, for example, from Gamblin is one of them. It can be applied much sooner than traditional varnishes. I love it, but I also have some old school damar varnish that I've picked up from a local art store. As always, I will list some materials that I use in the description box. Again, if you use damar varnish, you have to wait a little longer, but you can significantly speed up that time by putting the painting to dry in a very warm spot, so that you don't have to wait for some months. Okay, that's all for today. Please let me know if you have any questions or other topics you want me to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this painting, and I'll see you next time.